up, guys? So today we're back with another video, and today's video is gonna be a love advice video, and it's a really good question, a really good topic. So let's get to it. So the question that we got
it was this girl who said she's a big fan of ours, and she had a specific question that she wanted us to answer. She says, would you make a video if it's okay to go through each other's phones in a committed relationship? So
do we go through each other's phones, and is it okay to go through each other's phones in a committed relationship? I'm gonna let High Scary take the stage first because I want to see what she has to say.
Okay, so I think that, okay, first and foremost, every relationship is completely different. Everybody has a way of how they run their relationship, or however they are happy in their relationship. When it comes to me personally, and I'm gonna talk about like the past because then it plays into now, into the future. So I feel like in the past, like let's say if I was talking to a guy or something and I didn't really trust him just because maybe the way I met him or the people he surrounds himself with, or maybe he does like when his phone like rings, he'll like switch it to the other hand or like hide it, or you know, like he'll do these certain little tactics where I'm just like, okay, why is he being so sneaky about it? Like, you know, or they won't ever have their phone out, or if they do, it's like face down a lot. Like, you know, there's certain things, certain red flags that people don't notice that they're doing because they're trying so hard to be sneaky. And I saw that a lot in like past relationships, or like, you know, just even my friends with their boyfriends will always be like, oh, who we texting? Like, let me see. And I've even seen like certain, they're not my friends anymore, but certain girls that I used to hang out with used to even go so far to the point of making a new Instagram, like a hidden Instagram, to like search their boyfriend's thing. And then I'm like, yo, if you're gonna have to live your life trying to become an investigator, then you're doing something wrong. Don't waste their time and don't waste your time if there's no trust. Now that I'm looking at it in the future with Nate, it's like, in the beginning I could have said it was a little iffy because he just got out of a relationship. It was like a really long relationship, so I'm like, yo, you never know, like maybe she could be writing to him, or maybe he could be writing to her. And it started off kind of like that, but then as it went on, he showed me like, nah, there's nothing to hide. He would leave his phone, he could go take a shower for like 5 days and leave his phone right by me, and there was nothing. I never had that itch or that eager thing to go through his phone. And if I ever did, it wasn't to like try to look for something that was like, okay, let me see if he's cheating on me, or let me see if he's liking another girl's pics or something. Because the moment something like that would ever occur, on the spot, I would let him know like, oh, you doing this, or hey, don't do that, or you know, like it was just the communication that we had from the very beginning and the clarity that we both set. So even vice versa with me, like I always leave my phone out, and like he knows my passwords to everything. Like we even joke.
We know each other's passwords, yeah.
Yeah, like we know each other's passwords, but like our bond has been so great that it's like we joke to people. We joke at the people that try to come in and ruin relationships. Like guys who would direct message me, I'll just like slide it up. I'm like, babe, this your boy? Babe, this your cousin? Who, you know this guy? Yeah. Like, and we'll just joke about it. So I think like I personally would never want to be in a relationship where I feel like I always have to watch my back. Like, let me see if he's doing this. Like, let me, if I do enter a party with this guy, is he fucking with the other girl? Excuse my French, but it's kind of like, is he gonna be doing something with shorty over here or shorty over there? And that's not the type of relationship I want to be in. So I think that you should really stop what you're doing and reevaluate your life and see if he's the right guy for you. Because I know for a fact, and this is like a given fact, that it will happen to you. When you find the right guy, you're just like, yo, I have nothing to worry about. Like it's just gonna tell you like you have nothing to worry about, and he will constantly assure you of that, like you have nothing to worry about with other girls or anything like that. So if you are in a committed relationship and you're asking yourself, is it okay if I can look through his phone? The answer is yes, I guess it is okay. But what are you actually looking for? Like, do you really want to see something you don't want to see? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, are you really looking through it just to, I don't know, to play a fucking game on his phone. Like, I don't really know. Like, everyone has their own personal life and their own personal space, and if you try to invade it for the wrong reasons, then you should just get out of that relationship, honestly. I don't know. I haven't done a video in a while, and I'm just like, I guess I could relate. Like, let me see if he is, or let me see, you know. I think it's more on, I'm not trying to say like maybe guys are players, but I'm saying I think a lot of us girls go through this type of thing where it's like there's so, because for one thing, real fast, I have to let him go, but for one thing, it's like Instagram nowadays is kind of like,
that's gonna be a whole nother video, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying like there's so many girls that are showing their butts and stuff, and you have to be like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you can't be insecure by yourself and insecure in your relationship, because it's just gonna ruin the whole thing. So yeah.
All right. So, do I look through Haskiri's phone? No. And the main reason and the most simplest answer I can give you is because I trust her. I trust Haskiri. She's dope. I'm in love with her. I love her with all my heart.
I love you too.
And it's sexier when you trust your lady, when you trust your girl. If you're an insecure guy, if I'm insecure about what she's doing, then it makes me look weak. It makes me feel weak when I do it. When I ask her too many questions, when I want to go through her phone, when I try to look through her text. Listen, I already know what I bring to the table. There's always going to be a guy out there that got more money than me. There's going to be a guy out there that can probably, you know, that got better clothes than me, better gear. But I'm so confident in mentally who I am and what I bring to the table, and confident in the love that I have with her, that I know no guy can get, you know, get in between that. So there be dudes DMing her, I don't feel no type of way. There's dudes that left old pictures with old comments. That doesn't, none of these things bother me. We get on live sometimes, and Instagram live, and there'll be dudes trying to get disrespectful in there, saying some disrespectful things. We just block them, like, off that, you know, off the live, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna come at her for being beautiful. I'm not gonna feel insecure because she's beautiful. I expect this, you know. She's an actress. She's a celebrity. You know, I try to make her like known, like, babe, you're a celebrity. This is why people want to take pictures with you. This is why people want to hit you up and tell you that they're a fan of, you know, the little acts that you did so far. It's not, you know, it's just not because people just trying to pretend to be a fan. These people really are fans. So I try to make her realize that, and I know. For example, Jennifer Lopez, all the boyfriends that she had. If Jennifer Lopez put a picture up, or if somebody gets her number, I know thousands of niggas is trying to hit her up. I expect that from Haskiri. I expect people, who wouldn't want the most beautiful woman in the world? So if somebody does get a hold of her number, there's a couple times somebody text her, like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, it's been a while. I'm like, she'll be like, babe, look, somebody text me. And I'm like, who is it? And she'd be like, who's this? And it would be some name that we don't know, whatever. I don't sit here and I don't second think, and I don't accuse her, because right there, the mind comes, do I trust her? I trust her. So it's dropped. I'm not gonna later go through her phone, text the dude, call the dude. Maybe it's something in the past that had nothing to do with me before me, and maybe
wait, I was like, there was one time one time Nate was in class. It just hit me because you said number. One time Nate was in class and he sent me a picture of somebody's phone number, and I'm like, what is this? He was like, some fucking girl just gave this shit to me, like, text me or call me, you remember?
Yeah, she wrote like a little thing on one side saying like, if you were a cupcake at a bakery, I would want you, or something, the corniest line. And then over it was a number, and just took it and sent it to her, because how about if by accident I had that in my pocket and Haskiri sees it? You know what I'm saying? So being honest in a relationship and also trusting one another is gonna take you so far with all the new social media that's going out, with all this, you know, going through the phone situation. I don't do none of that. That makes me look weak as a man. That makes her look weak as a woman. If you trust me, I trust you, then we go on it. Now, if you got a dude that's at your house that you're not really with, and that's your booty call, and you call him over when you're bored, or it's a girl that you just using, or something like that, and you feeling some type of way that somebody's texting this person, you shouldn't feel no type of way. That's not your man, and that's not your girl. You feel me? If you're not putting the work in to earn your girl's trust, then that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? So what we do here is, people will be like, oh, relationship goals. It's not really relationship goals. We're not relationship goals. What we really are is just a disciplined, loving couple. We went on buses for 3 hours to see each other. We waited 2 weeks to see each other. I'm in college playing Division I football games at ESPN and coming back with mad girls waiting by my door trying to do something. You understand? She got thousands of dudes trying to take on dates in the NFL and the NBA. We ignore that and we know what we wanted. We still committed, we still disciplined, we still faithful. And that's why we don't go through each other's phones. So if you got a bad habit going through your man's phone or your girlfriend's phone, you have trust issues, you don't trust the person. And it can either be this person didn't prove it to you or they did something to really traumatize you, which will be a whole nother video. But then there could be those certain reasons. But this is my girl. If you see me in the street with her, it's my girl and I'm 100% in it. I'm not worried about going through her phone and stuff like that. You understand? We work way too hard for something small like that to bother us. And that's what you got to do in a relationship. It's kind of like a job, you know what I'm saying? It's just a funner job. It's especially if you're with somebody you love and you can connect. And this is another video that we mentioned before.
So many other videos.
That if you're with somebody you don't really love and you want it for the money, then you're gonna go through crazy problems. But if you really love somebody and you with them because you love them,
it's just genuine.
It's genuine.
It's mutual. It comes from the heart. And you wouldn't care if they have money or if they have clothes or if they're wearing the same shoes 3-4 times a week, or you know, you wouldn't care of any of these things because you're only there for one thing and one thing only, which is the love that they provide and the love that you provide to them. That's really what it is. Like, I
mean, I had that problem too though, going through, I had this problem, so I'm not a perfect dude. I had this problem.
No, that's what I said.
But I was with somebody that wasn't faithful, that wasn't, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't Haskiri, you understand? So you're gonna go through these things. It's called trial and error. It's things in life that you have to go through and experience, and it's up to you to take that road again or go, no, I learned my lesson down this road, I'm going this way. And a lot of people do not do that, and they stuck in the same system with the same dude and having another kid after complaining about the first one. It gets deep. It's just not going through the phone. It gets deep, man.
It gets real deep, and also like, it messes with you emotionally too if you're doing something like that every day. Like when you go to sleep, you have it on your mind, or you're trying to find it, and then it gets to the point where it's like, okay, you have this all on your mind when you wake up, when you go to sleep, when you're doing whatever. It's always in the back of your head, like, oh, I want to check his phone, or I want to check her phone. And then it's like, yo, let's say if that person walks out the room and then you check in their phone and then they come back in and then they catch you, then it starts an argument, then things can get ugly from there. So you really have to like detox yourself and tell yourself like, okay, if I have to go through this person's phone, then this is obviously not working. Or if you're the type of person, because this can be another video, but just quickly, like if you're the type of person that, let's say, Nate has proven to me all the time that I don't have to worry about it, but if I'm still sitting here going through his phone, then it's a personal issue with myself, and then I have to find who I am and really look over at what he provides for me and what the type of love and the type of, like, I don't know, just the security that he's gives me to be like, yo, you don't have to worry about it. Then I have to be like, okay, it's me, let me look through it. You got to be honest with yourself, like, let me work on myself. And you know, just communicate with your partner, because that's one thing for sure. Like, if there's no communication, then there's no trust. If there's no trust, there's just nothing from there.
The biggest thing is the trust, and you don't earn trust overnight. So you're gonna go through this. Maybe you're traumatized from the last relationship. Maybe you're traumatized from this relationship. Maybe he did something to you before to make you feel like this. But our advice overall is that if you're in a committed relationship, as you said, then I'm sorry you have to go through this, but maybe it's just not that committed because the trust isn't there. You know, the committed is it's a powerful word. You know what I'm saying? So, and it might not be your fault, so don't be mad at yourself. It might not be your fault. It might be the other person's not going that 50% like you're going. So maybe you're going more than 50% and he's doing less, or vice versa. So we do not go through each other's phones. We do not think it's cool. I mean, I'll go through her phone, or she'll go through my phone if I ask her to send me something, or if I'm in the kitchen, I say, babe, do this for me. And I have no problem with her going through the phone because I have nothing to hide, because I'm a committed person, she's a committed person, and this is a committed relationship. So
like if I'm washing dishes and somebody texts me, I'm like, babe, who's that? Open it, let me know what they say. Or like, our relationship is so open, there's no secrets, and that's the best thing about it. It's like we can do anything, like I'm gonna snitch myself out. Like the other day, my mom told Nate that I did something. And in my head, I'm like, yo, what if I never told him I did that? And my mom just goes on and speaks it out loud. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they don't know what you're hiding from that person. They don't know what you want that person to know. So it's like being in an open relationship and just trusting each other and letting them know, like, yo, this is who I am. This is what I come with. This is the baggage I have. This is what I bring to the table.
Go 100% or don't go at all.
Yeah, give your 100%.
A lot of people like to try to play around with one dude, or some dude might try to play around with one girl, and you got to go 100%. Right. It's not relationship goals, it's 100% committed. And don't go through his phone. And if you don't trust him, give it time. It will come to light. These things come to light. It happened to me. I didn't go through the past, their phones, but it came to light and it hit me. It always came to light. God would not steer you wrong. You gotta have faith. You gotta be able to be committed in a relationship and do your part. Hope that answered your question. Peace. We out.
Yes, and if you have any more questions, direct either one of us or email us your questions.
Or just comment below.
Or comment below. Whatever, we will do more videos for you guys.